Hey everyone, today I've got your Captain America the First Avenger movie review. And I would just like to say that I had no intention of seeing this, but I don't know what possessed me to see it because it was just that awesome. So basically, the plot of this movie is that Chris Evans plays a guy named Steve Rogers who's this little midget cricket who wants to enlist in the military, but of course he's got this sort of attitude where he's not as strong in mind and also in body. So this guy who's played by Stanley Tucci sort of enlists him to join this little program that is run by Howard Stark, who is also Tony Stark's dad, Iron Man, and he turns him into this, basically from little shrimp dude to hulking little shark big guy with muscles and bulging everywhere. It was just beautiful. I love the transformation. And Chris Evans, of course, he I think is definitely the most perfect Captain America I've ever seen. He's just got that whole the look that he gets after his transformation. I don't know what to say. He just looks so good. He's perfect for this role. I couldn't have picked anyone better to be Captain America, Steve Rogers. So then he goes and helps out the military, and this is set during the 1940s, the Nazi era with Hitler and everything. So the Americans, and because he's from New York, so obviously he's got the whole New York attitude now that he's Captain America, and everybody's all proud of him and how he sort of stands out from the crowd, and of course everybody is sort of praising him for the things that he's done, and of course it makes him look really cool. And plus he gets a shield that is I just cannot believe how awesome this shield is. The Captain America shield, when he throws it, it's like a boomerang. It's totally badass and awesome, and I'm just oh, I almost jump every single time he throws it. It's just that awesome. It just blows me away. And he has to track down this bad guy who is this crazy Hitler-esque dude who's played by Hugo Weaving, and he ends up playing the main villain of the movie, Red Skull. And when I first found out that he was going to play the villain, I was like, okay, he's totally going to play the Agent Smith role, and he definitely had that spot on, but 100 times better. And of course the Red Skull just in itself was absolutely terrifying. I knew when they were first introducing his character, and I could have sworn I saw a little hint of red, but they kept his character in shadow, so I was like, oh my god, I hear his voice but I don't see his Red Skull face. And he apparently didn't have it on permanently, but he definitely used this to his advantage, and I think that just made him 2 times as badass, 2 times evil, and it was just absolutely perfect, and I couldn't have picked anyone better to play him. And of course I love Hugo Weaving. He's an amazing actor. And there were other really good actors in this movie besides Chris Evans, Hugo Weaving, Stanley Tucci. Tommy Lee Jones, he played the big sort of leader of the military, and I just love him. He's definitely in his prime with him in acting nowadays, and I think he absolutely nailed his role. I think he was totally awesome. And I don't really know too much else about Steve Rogers that was in I've never read the comic book, so I don't know how much this movie was based off of anything in the comics, but I know that this was the movie that was supposed to set up after, I think this came out after Thor and Iron Man and all that, and they're sort of setting up still for the upcoming Avengers movie, so I knew that there was stuff that was going to be happening with that. And also with Red Skull and his crew, with the Hydra people, and he apparently creates this army and also uses the power, like the power of the gods, he calls it, and it ends up being, like if you've seen Thor, you know, like the power source that they use is like blue stuff, and he uses like this cube, and I thought that was really cool how they sort of tied in both things, from both the Thor movie and this movie. I really like that. And another cool thing I liked about it was the introduction with Howard Stark and how he sort of helped create Captain America, or he turned Steve Rogers into Captain America with the help of Stanley Tucci's character. And I also really liked this movie because there was just non-stop action. I loved how it's like every scene just, I was definitely not bored with this movie. I thought I was going to hate this movie. I'm sorry for saying that, but by the end of it, it got me, like, every scene, like, leading up to the end, and I'm not going to tell you exactly what happened until I get to the spoiler section of this review, but this movie definitely, like, piece by piece, got better and better as the movie got on. This is only, like, a 2-hour movie, so that's why I thought it was going to be boring, but I was definitely blown away, proven wrong. And also, one of the other things I'd like to talk about is there's this like blue ray gun thing that was used to take out people, and it kind of reminded me of Watchmen with Dr. Manhattan when it's like, zap, you're dead. I just thought that was really cool. And also, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen this movie, leave now. So, hopefully you're gone, and you haven't seen this movie, so you're leaving. But if you have seen this movie, you know what I really would like to talk about: Nick Fury's cameo appearance. And at the end, I thought that was really cool because in the beginning of the movie, the opening scene of the movie was, I'm assuming it was Captain America who was frozen, or it was like the power source that like the people found, and then Captain America, I really love that at the end. And then it's like, then he shows up in Times Square, New York, because he's trying to run away, and then Nick Fury comes and talks to him. Oh my god, it was like so epic. And also the Stan Lee cameo, it was very quick. Like, I seriously didn't think I was gonna see him, but I knew that of course he's been in like every Marvel movie that he's like helped out with. I thought this one was really cool, so I like that. And overall, I really like this movie. I, once again, didn't think I was going to like it, but I was proven wrong, and I will definitely watch it again. I will buy this movie. This was just epic, and I think I'm more convinced to see the Avengers, since before I wasn't, but now that I'm seeing all these sort of like tie-in movies that comes up to the Avengers, definitely looking forward to that even more, so I'm really excited. Yay! And I think this is, and I gotta say this right now, so I think this is one of the best, besides like the DC movies, like the Batman movies, this is probably one of the best comic book movies I've ever seen in my life. Swear to God. And I love it, just epic, and can't wait to see the Avengers. So you guys can let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Captain America, the first Avenger, which was your favorite part, and all that good stuff. And you guys can also subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates, and come back every week for my Trailer Thursday videos. And you guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.